We are journeying together. It's not my journey, it's our journey, so we journey together. So, it's Friday night. Standing here right now, I feel terrified. Feels like today would be my last day on this space, but I'm not talking about death. Because even with life's pickles, I still enjoy living life the way it is, and I believe we all do. So let's consider you tap in from my energy tonight and feel terrified too. Tell me your stories. They could be sad ones, but it's fine anyways. The world is an unhappy place, and most of the times, humans feed on more unhappiness because that is actually what makes us happy. So tell me your stories. Tell me your stories about arts. Like, is it... Okay, tell me your stories about arts. Thank you. There is a storyteller here. Tell me your stories about arts. You have 5 lines. Tell me a story about arts.
Histoire.
Raconte.
Histoire.
Raconte.
Il était une fois dans un village appelé Kolé-Boudon. End of my story. Thank you.
Okay. What is the role of a narrator? Tell me your stories about art. Tell me your stories about art. Is it this fine, melodious, intellectual words you think you're listening to? Or you're simply waiting on the next artist to come up on stage? Is there more to its aesthetics and beauty you seek to discover? Or you could dig deeper into these words to find it more peaceful and powerful? Tell me your stories about God and spirituality. What is a story about God and spirituality?
I have a story.
Okay, story about God and spirituality. 5 lines.
God and spirituality.
Yes, 5 lines. 5 lines.
Avant que le jour ne soit. Tam tchak à feu que port avant que la terre ne soit. Tam même qu'à feu que shine before the sun shines. Shut the port.
Okay.
God is there.
Okay. God is there always. God is there always. Tell me your stories about God and spirituality. Tell me your stories about God and spirituality. Do you throw praises at Him when He lifts you up and would go down to cursing Him when your sins fail you? Trust me, I know you're battling with issues. I know you're obsessed with gold, but can it really save your soul when the mountains are cold? Because it is what it is, and your soul will never be proud of you wherever it goes. So you, sister, tell me your stories about love. Tell me your stories about love. You look so beautiful. You have a red hat. I like your makeup. I like your hair. I like your shoe. I like your shoe. Like I really like your shoe. Tell me your stories about love.
Story. I'm heartbroken, so I can sing it already.
Okay, so sister, tell me your stories about love. How many times have you had your heart broken? Was it painful? Did you enjoy it? Did you learn your lessons, or you jumped onto the next relationship with a boy or girl who told you I love you and you believed? And that was the dawn of another heartbreak. You see, sweetheart, you have to learn to understand that love is not a word, it is an action. It is not spoken, it is performed. You shouldn't see nor hear it, you should feel it, because it is the deepest connection that can happen with anybody only if it is real. So tell me your stories about adulthood and humanity. What's the story on adulthood and humanity? Adulthood and humanity, I mean, we are all adults here, of course. Adulthood and humanity? Anybody?
Yeah.
Anybody?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, man. Sounds pretty. Adulthood and humanity.
Story, story.
Story.
I'm not hearing anything. Story, story.
Story.
My parents are my greatest inspirators. My father is a performer before I ever dreamed of performing.
Yes, sir.
One day my father came back very drunk, and because he was drunk, my mother was like, how could you come back this late? And while she was shouting in the house, she said she will not open the door for my father. There was a river beside our house. My father said, if you don't open me that door, I'll go fall inside the water, die today soon.
Yes.
I was just inside watching. My father took a stone, threw inside the water. My mother was inside, she was like, hey, this man can do like this and drown. And guess what? My mother, as usual, went out to go to bed or sleep with her nightie or just something short. My mother opened the door. Immediately she went out. My father sneaked in and closed the door. And my father was like, tell me, woman, where are you coming with this kind of dressing?
Where are you coming with this kind of dressing? Adulthood and humanity. Okay, so tell me your stories about adulthood and humanity. I know the road is rough, life is tough. Well, no one ever said it would be easy, and people will never understand why you are the way you are. So don't say shit to them. Some will understand from their level of perception. Some will use it against you. Some will find a way to misunderstand you. Others may listen while struggling with deeper inner battles, and some will make you feel safe and sell your secrets for a penny. But in all this, which one are you? Which one are you? Are you the man who thinks a woman's place is the kitchen? Are you the woman who thinks men are not supposed to cry because they are strong? Are you the Christian who thinks Christianity is going to church? Are you the doctor who serves strictly after the first installment has been paid? You say your time is money, but can your money buy time when life is at stake and death is the only resolution? You see, these days there is no grain of humanity left in humans, but somehow everyone is a saint. So tell me your stories about death. I've lost a couple of friends this year. You've lost people too. And in every second of every minute of every day, there will be someone at the morgue you know, or your paths must have crossed to the days of old, and you know what that means. So what if the world ended a long time ago? What if dying is actually living from a different dimension, but we are too blind to see, simply because the dictionary tells us to breathe is to live, and we believe. And see, truly, I don't know if any of these words make sense, but in all, I hope you find peace. Thank you.